Hello.
Hello.
We fucked up. I say we.
I literally had nothing to do with it.
So if you watched our last video, you didn't. You only heard it.
Oh, we are
Um,
putting it up, are we?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still audio. I mean, there's not much interest in going on visually.
It's the
Um,
dark one anyway, isn't it? The hard
yeah,
way.
just stick it on in the background and chill out and explore your sexuality or something. I don't know. But
Check out the site.
yeah, it's in the link in the description.
You could put the QR code up as well.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, I will. I'll put something up. Uh,
I don't know.
but it's all right. These things happen, and we don't claim to offer the best content,
Oh, it's
but
of the opposite.
yeah. But if you just want something to listen to in the background, we're all right for that, I find. So you know,
I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've watched or listened to one of our videos because I've been so busy with everything else that I've got going
uh,
on in my life.
I know our viewership has plummeted.
I mean, I wasn't making that much of a dent.
You're about half of it.
Oh,
I
half of
was the
two.
other
Yeah.
half. But,
Well,
yeah, so I'll put
apart from that
our.
one post, but ridiculous. Sorry, that one video that's ridiculously popular
You say
compared to
ridiculously
the.
popular. Well, comparatively speaking, yes, perhaps. But
Oh shit! I might be in trouble.
but
No, I'm good.
yeah, Dead Center for some reason is a popular
Maybe it's because
video,
it's
I
the
think.
first in the campaign.
Oh, possibly. I don't know. Maybe people like it. I've never cared for it, to be honest. It's not my favourite campaign.
No, I'm it's a bit dull.
But, you know.
So when we sort of started a topic in the last video, and I was gonna say something else about it, but then we got distracted. So I'm gonna circle back to it, which for us is like 10 minutes, but for anyone watching is at least 2 days.
Was it the Orville?
It was the Orville,
Yeah, I thought it would be. You've only talked
which
about it for the last, three videos, but,
well, it's a show that I have greatly enjoyed.
yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about a specific episode that they did,
Okay.
which honestly, if I do a top 10 episodes, is probably going to be in the top episode.
Right, well, we'll talk about this and I'll tell you which Star Trek episode it is. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. Um, they they have a situation where someone gets sent backwards in time,
Okay.
completely accidentally,
Okay.
not meant to happen, um, and they go back to get him,
Yeah.
but they end up getting back 10 years later, so 10 years after he arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, at which point he has given up on the whole not interacting with the fucking hell out not interacting with the world and trying to preserve the timeline, and said, "Fuck it, they're not coming to get me. I'm going to live my life, whatever's left of it, here now."
Yeah.
So he finds a woman that he sort of knows through the events of an earlier episode, and he starts a family with her.
Yeah.
And by the time they get to him, obviously I think he's been with her for 7 years. He waits 3 years for him to find him, and then he gives up on it, and he finds her and he starts a relationship with her, and they're married and they've got a kid that's alive and kicking, and they've got a baby on the way. And there's this moment where he's basically begging them not to take him because he just wants to live his life here now that he's made. And he's they're like, fine, if we can't drag you away now, we're going to go back in time again
Oh God.
and take you you have this before you start this family. We're going to stop you from fucking up the timeline that you fucked up before you fuck it up. And there's this moment where him and his family are just sat there in their house that he's worked for in this life, and they don't know what's going to happen, because obviously it's time travel is one of those things that they say in the show itself is a bit, they don't really understand how it really works because it's not something they have to deal with, and they're like, we just see them huddled there, and we don't see them at all ever again. That's it. That's them done. and it's just this really touching, heartbreaking moment where it's like I'm expecting them to Marty McFly and him to sob about it, but we didn't quite get that, thankfully.
That's
Um,
yeah,
it was really quite dark, and the biggest issue for me in terms of the emotional aspect, until now, he's basically been the comic relief,
yeah,
like the intentional comic relief, like the one who does the jokes and the quips and here he is in this. I've been stranded in the 21st century for 10 years, and you're going to take everything I worked for away from me because of some fucking law that doesn't work.
yeah.
And it's, oh my god,
Not gonna lie, that sounds
genuinely,
great.
right?
That sounds really good. I was gonna make some snide comment. Oh, that's just like this Star Trek episode, but no, no, that's completely original and it's great, and it sounds like a really great Star Trek episode.
Seth MacFarlane wrote that one.
Well, he's got
Like he
hidden
fucking wrote
depths.
that. He really has. I know I've said it before, and I wrote it in a review as well. But I expected it to be fart jokes in space, right?
Yes,
Because it's Seth MacFarlane.
that's sort of what I expected as well, to be honest.
But it's like I don't remember there being a single fart joke, which is, obviously isn't the criteria for greatness. But
No, are they at least in space?
they are in space for the vast majority of it. Yes.
Good, good.
But it's genuinely it's a fantastic sci-fi that just happens to be made by a guy who is famous for making comedy. Now, obviously, I know comedy. What people find funny is subjective. So some people would take issue with Family Guy or American Dad or whatever they're called. Comedy.
American Dad's great. Family Guy, yeah.
Family Guy started great.
Did it, or
then,
were we just young?
Well, good point. But we'll never know.
Well, we can know. We can go back and rewatch it.
Well,
I mean,
see, rewatching something always damages it, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
Absolutely.
No, it doesn't. Some things improve on a rewatch. You notice
Right.
details.
Okay. Okay. It always changes it. Then
I mean, I'm not
doesn't
sure
necessarily
that's
damage it. It always changes.
true either, but yeah. But there are
But no,
great.
I genuinely think you should watch it.
I may. There are great time travel episodes in Star Trek as well. Part of what you were saying reminded me of the City on the Edge of Forever, or on the Edge of Tomorrow, which is one of my favourite original series episodes. McCoy goes fucking nuts because he's been injected with something. Honestly, the intro is the worst bit because it goes on too long. But basically, he ends up on a planet with the Keeper of Time, this great doorway. It's given a proper name.
Oh, is it the wibbly wobbly weird shape thing?
Yeah.
The one that they did in Futurama?
Yeah.
That thing. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
McCoy
I can
ends
see it
up
in my
going
head.
through that to 1930s New York, and
Okay.
Spock and McCoy follow. And they're struggling to find McCoy and find their way back. And Kirk ends up falling in love with a woman called Edith Keeler, I want to say, who is a social justice person who's committed to improving the lives of the poor and to peace and stuff. And then Spock reveals that Edith Keeler, well, Kirk saves her. He saves her life. And of course, it's revealed that if Edith Keeler wins, the Nazis win World War II. The Nazis take over the world.
Jesus Christ.
Because she persuades Roosevelt to not to go to war in Europe. And of course, that means the Nazis can divide and conquer. So Spock has to let her die at the end of the episode. And it's great because Spock and McCoy are both there. And it's sort of like the perfect way to illustrate the reasons why that I'm coming. The reasons why that setup works. Because the Spock in Kirk means that he could let Edith Keeler die, but the McCoy in him means he'll never forgive himself.
Yeah.
And it's that nice little balance that makes that little threesome work really, really well. And actually, I've watching Enterprise. I've noticed there's a little bit of that too in Enterprise.
Okay.
You've got
fuck.
it's kind of it's different because it's a different time setting, and there's different it's a different setup sort of thing. But you've got Archer and Trip and that Vulcan you fancy.
T'Pol,
Yeah.
played by Jolene Blalock.
Yeah. And yes, she's the cautious, logical, do things by the book, tread carefully sort, and Trip, who's the southerner who just wants to get stuck in and go and explore and...
Has a tendency of falling over.
Yes, why the hell are we listening to these Vulcans? And then you've got Archer, who's trying to navigate the political aspect of it, but also wants to explore, wants to further mankind's little manifest destiny thing they've got going on.
Ah, yes.
So I like that a lot, and there's few specific things I like about Enterprise, shall we say, so far. It's I think the best way to put it is it and Voyager. Voyager is so much less than the sum of its parts. Enterprise is so much more.
Okay.
Is how I'd put it. Because, well, Voyager has a great premise it does nothing with, and scores of great characters and a great theme and great performances. And Enterprise has an excellent premise that it does touch into a bit, and but it hasn't got a lot else going for it yet. Anyway, we'll see if it perks up. But
well, it's been ages since I watched any actual Star Trek.
But I'm glad you like the Orville.
I'm pleased that it's nice to.
Yes, it's nice to find something you really like, isn't it?
And it's something that I feel like I would enjoy another season, but also I feel like ended in such a way that they don't need another season, and I think they're aware of that.
It's it's nice. It is nice to find something you enjoy watching, especially when so much stuff I tend to watch, I sort of binge watch it and think it's fine and it's killed a few hours. But I don't really think much of it after the fact.
They had this. I've told you before about the very misogynistic culture.
The trans allegory.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Well, they rediscover later on that there is another species that is the complete opposite in that they are a female-dominated society.
Right.
And the one person from the first alien races culture that we see in any way comment on this comments on just how fucked up such a society would have to be to subjugate one's particular subclass of it. And there's this whole fucking his reactions are so deadpan in that. Like, obviously his reactions have been made for comedic purpose, right?
Yeah.
But it works. It works because you can see him actually giving that reaction because that's who he is as an alien. Oh shit! I didn't realize I was so far behind.
Oh god, he's miles away. Oh, I think we've lost him.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm not even sure. Nah, leave him. If she gets to him, great, but you won't get there.
No.
I wish the last season wasn't quite so long. Because, not quite so long, the episodes weren't quite so long, because it was very hard for me to, I wanted to watch more, but I had to not. Because of what was going on, like, time-wise.
Yeah. How long are the episodes?
Well, they start off about 45 minutes, and then some of them are an hour and a half in the last season.
Well, Rochelle just sort of teleported back to you.
So they really, like, they vary quite a bit.
I think that's part of the reason why I like the animated series, Star Trek the animated series. Because those episodes, they're 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
20 minutes, little episodes, you can pop it on. And, I sort of wish there were more series of that, to be honest. Even though the animation is 1970s Dark Age, cheap animation. But
just
it's
like
a sort of
old Batman.
Yeah, kind of. But, well, oh god, I think the animation is worse with the Star Trek stuff, to be honest.
Wow.
But I like the Star Trek the animated series. I mean, if I'm honest, I mean, I'll go into this more in my ratings. I kind of prefer it to Voyager, maybe, and to Enterprise.
Wow.
I know, right? But it's the sort of thing I would have loved as a kid, and I like it a lot now, as a big boy. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're just short little episodes. You can stick them on. There's only really like a couple of good episodes, like genuinely good episodes, but they're all amusing enough and fun, and fun little.
Ben,
I didn't do nothing.
but let it be horde.
I walked. But, that's a red police car.
It is, isn't it?
Is
That's
that the only
not
red
the
police
normal.
car there is?
I think it might be.
I don't recall ever noticing that before.
No, maybe we've got something going wrong.
Or going right.
It's got a phone number on the side as well. But
Ring
like
it.
a normal phone number,
Really?
not like 911.
Oh, you're down here. I thought you were still looking at it, but
No, I started following you.
I'll take the
No.
defib. Oh,
Um,
fuck off, you little... No.
So, where are you? Oh,
I
Jesus
fell.
Christ, Ben. So, for any viewers who are interested, my review for the Orville will be going up on the 31st of May,
That's your...
which is when it was scheduled for. And yes, it is my birthday.
Oh, they probably have enough to steal your debit card information now.
Probably. I just want to say, I mean, I didn't realise when I started reviewing it that it was for what I'd penciled in for my birthday. But I'm pleased it is. Something about it being on that day sort of makes me happy. You've gone quiet.
Sorry, I was just thinking about how close to death I am.
This is quite close as well.
Fuck him.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Rochelle can do it.
Ah. So, anything interesting happen in the world of film and TV?
No. Are the Oscars coming up?
The Golden Globes happened.
Did anything big happen?
House of the Dragon won for its first series, which was surprising to a lot of people. One of the actresses was very, very, very drunk, which was amusing.
Were we expecting them to win, or?
No, nobody was expecting them to win, I think, from what I've read.
Well, I'd
hence why the actress was drunk and there were only 3 people from the cast and crew there.
I would be getting drunk if I was there and I didn't think I were going to win.
No, you didn't think you were going to be hauled up on stage?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of those people who I just put a camera on for 30 seconds and be like, yeah. That's fine. Polite clapping.
Yes.
Give me back some. Give me some more booze.
Yeah, I've got my $30,000 goodie bag. It's all good. You know.
There's a katana on the floor there.
I've got a machete.
There's a lot of people who have been in Star Trek as well. Were in the Orville. A hell of a lot of people. Like
Robert Picardo and Tuvok, I think, is in it, isn't he?
Yeah, Tim Russ is in there. He's in one particular episode. The love interest. Is it Cassidy Yates?
Yeah, Cassidy Yates.
She plays a main character in this.
Oh, I'm glad she got some work.
She plays the ship's main doctor, like the chief doctor.
Neat.
And the guy who plays Dr. Phlox is in the same episode that we see Robert Picardo in for the most amount of time. They play opposing characters. They both one had a grudge against the other.
Oh, that's amusing.
And home invades him.
All right.
While his family's there. So that's a whole thing that happens. But yeah, so a hell of a load of people.
Well,
and then of course, so go on.
That's sort of it's a sign that the series is embraced by Star Trek people, isn't it? Really, if the cast are popping
have you
up
got
in
to the episode of Enterprise that has Seth MacFarlane in it yet?
No.
I think he's in 1 or 2.
Series 2, episode 17. I think I'm on.
All right. I don't know. I think he's in season 3.
Oh, right.
But I
Does
did
it-
read about it.
Does it get better?
What?
Enterprise.
I'll be honest with you. It was that long ago, and I didn't finish watching it.
Right. Okay.
I was watching it when it came out,
I'll take that
which
as a
is
no.
whatever year that is.
I've heard
But
it gets better. I've heard it shouldn't have been cancelled. But all the Star Trek series really take a little while to get to grips with what they're doing, apart from the original series. TNG's first series was awful. You know?
Wow.
And but its first series was bad. Its second series was okay, and then towards the end it sort of went off the rails a little bit. But in the middle, it's gold. You know
You know what else is gold?
what?
Gold.
Well, thank you for your contribution.
You're very welcome. Nicholas,
What?
I thought you knew how to use a gun.
What?
Like, the coach said, Nicholas, I thought you knew how to use a gun.
Oh. La 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 la.
But, oh, Michelle, get out of the fucking way. Dozy bin.
What's your favourite Left 4 Dead campaign?
I don't really know. I think I've played them all so much, but I don't really. It's not that I don't like any of them, but it's hard to. There are parts of
Yeah.
each of them that annoy me. Why? What about you?
I think No Mercy might be my favourite.
That's the very, very first one.
Yeah. Oh, for a second I thought that was a tank.
The boomer jumped off the ledge and. Oh, I've been jockeyed. Oh, thank fuck. Thank you, Ellis. There's ammo down there, isn't there?
Yeah. I like to hunker down for a little bit and just start chopping away.
Whack. Dropping that meat. Tank.
Deal with it, will you? Be a love.
I'm shooting it.
Ah. I did it.
I'm pretty sure my fire. Oh, that guy protected Benny, which means I got the kill on it.
Well.
Saved your life.
Okay.
Game said it, not me. Well, I mean, and Ben I said
Ah.
it. But... Sorry, didn't mean to shoot you.
That's alright.
I think you shot me first. Sorry, afterwards. So.
You did walk in front of me.
Oh, that's basically how it happened with you.
Well, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
You telling me that I don't matter?
Yeah. Those that mind don't matter. Those that matter don't mind.
Right, not quite Homer Simpson. Where are you?
I'm by the stairs.
Oh, I've gone. I'm out. Hello.
I can't see you. I'm covered in juice.
Have I got juice on my chin?
I'm all slimed up.
Saucy.
That was a good pun.
What? Saucy?
Well, I say a pun. A good joke. Good use of the word saucy. Well, it was a pun,
Thank
really,
you.
wasn't it? Because juice and sauce, they're basically.
I'm gonna say yes, but. We're climbing upstairs and we're climbing upstairs.
Oh shit!
What the fuck you done, Ben? Now you're getting us.
I accidentally set fire to the it's fine. We blocked our covered our retreat.
Yeah, and stop the bots from getting to us.
You have very bad skin, sir. Doesn't he have?
Doesn't
Doesn't the chopper pilot have bad skin?
Yeah, he's gonna turn into a zombie.
Oh, yeah, canonically, I suppose.
Oh, she is leaving him behind.
Bye, Alice.
She does not care for
Yeah.
Alice right now. Bloody hell. What is the last one for these survivors? Well, which is the last canonical?
The parish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, because this is an add-on thing,
Okay.
and the parish is the one where they get rescued by the military.
Is it?
And it's the last one on. If you go into the, the setup for the game, it's the last one.
Okay.
It's
No,
the
I'm
first one
willing
they
to
get.
accept that then.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But, yes.
Well.
Well, thank you, listener/viewer, for joining us once again.
Yep.
If you did, we appreciate it. Smash that like button. Ring that bell.
Or
please.
don't.
Please.
Up to you.
Please.
You sound a bit. You are pleading quite a bit there.
Please. I just want to be popular on the internet. Please.
Bye.